When Floowandereeze kept getting hit ban list after ban list, I eventually cracked and said this deck is basically unplayable now. Well, if you're in that boat, because I know I got a lot of new subscribers from those event videos I've been posting, let this video change your mind. Let this video be a historical reference point as to, even after all of the nerfs to Floowandereeze, direct and indirect, the deck is still a force to be reckoned with, because what you're about to witness is a reason why somebody will put in a survey that Floowandereeze needs to get out of this game for good. It is insane. Let's go ahead and take a look at that match. So in this matchup here, we are going first, and we are casually on a 9-win streak, but let's go ahead and take a look at this hand before we get started. Eaglin is an engine piece, Shifter is disruption, Book of Eclipse is both an offensive and defensive option, helps you dodge imperm, helps you deal with the opponent's board if you need to. Prosperity is a consistency booster, which we do need, technically. I mean, we could play off of the Advent, but you don't want to waste it because this is a critical piece to help you play through Negate. But the Prosperity should hopefully get you another engine piece and or another starter. And then Advent is, like I said, a way to extend if you get negated or be able to follow up or dodge negation. It's one of the best cards to have in your opening hand for sure. So standby phase, you're going to see me activate Shifter. Quantum, why do you do this now? Well, because I want to bait out a potential max C. If the opponent's smart, they know that they can't max C under Shifter, so they have to max C in response to Shifter. And having them waste their max C, that's perfect, because if they do that, then sure enough they do. That is Rise of Material. This is, I will stack your deck with a dead draw for the next turn. Thank you very much, especially when you go first. So we're going to then start off with a Pot of Prosperity, of course, and we reveal just a couple of cards here. Normally the Advent of Adventure would be really good, but since we already have one, nothing here we reveal is actually that great. So obviously we've already activated Shifter, and Evenly Matched is not good going first, so we do take the second engine piece in the Toucan, and again, I do play two. Funny enough, we do reveal both. The opponent was probably like, what a noob, playing two Toucan, who does that? Just noobs, so this should be an easy W. Of course, if you watched my channel before, you already know. For those of you that are new, we are going to go ahead and activate the Eaglin first by normal summoning it and check the opponent for an impermanence. We've already Ash checked them with the Pot of Prosperity. They could be holding their Ash, and but Pot of Prosperity is generally like one of the best Ash targets in my opinion, just because dig 6 deep into your deck, kind of ridiculous. There's a reason why this card's at 1. It probably should have never been made. But anyways, once we see that the opponent's field did not light up, meaning they don't have Ash or Imperm, or they just quickly toggled off, but that's unlikely. The priority is asking me if I want to activate a card. I know I'm safe and I'm golden, so I'm going to go straight for the Advent, banish the Eaglin, and go ahead and search out Map with the Advent of Adventure. For those of you, again, who are new, because I know I got a lot of new subscribers from the recent videos that I posted, I'm going to be breaking this stuff down and explaining these moves. Some of you who are obviously long timers of the channel and watch the gameplay, you already know, but some of you might be wondering, like, terraforming being banned hurts the deck. No, it doesn't, because you have this. You have three terraformings in the deck. Like, terraforming actually, like terraforming being banned helps you because it hurts every other deck, but it doesn't really hurt your deck. Terraforming was actually a brick when map went to 1, because you get map faster than you get terraforming most of the time, and then drawing terraforming just feels bad after that. So anyways, you're going to go ahead and search the Empin off of the Eaglin here. Okay, then we choose not to normal summon off of the Eaglin, activate map, reveal the Toucan, banish the Robina, and again, the nice thing about being under Shifter is when we activated that Advent, it got banished because we're under Shifter. So Toucan can go ahead and recur this resource in the Advent of Adventure, and then I can bring back the Robina that I banished with map to hand, and then choose to normal summon Robina off the Toucan, and chain block it again with the Eaglin. But again, we're pretty sure the opponent does not have Ash, so the chain blocking, not really too relevant. We are on our 4th summon here. First summon was Eaglin that we advented away. Second summon was Toucan that we brought back the Advent with, and the Robina being chain linked. And then the 3rd summon was Robina, searching for Stree. 4th summon is Empin, and right there we are choosing to stop because we do not want to play into Nibiru. We've already checked the opponent for Ash, checked the opponent for Imperm. They don't have Gamma either, obviously, and clearly they only had Max C. So, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. One uncharacteristic thing of me though, I do set 3 back row, which I don't normally do because this is extending into like a Duster, a Lightning Storm, and Evenly Matched, and so I don't normally do that. I make a slight misplay here, but I did it for science. I did it to show you what you should have done if the opponent played the correct way. If he summoned his Fenrir in defense, you could opt to Book of Eclipse, because the Fenrir's effect would be active. So because they summoned it in attack, I was completely safe because the Empen is negating the special summoned Fenrir in attack mode. But I did this to show you if they played the correct way, you want to Book of Eclipse it. This is why you play Book of Eclipse. You don't want to let the Fenrir in face-up defense mode banish your map, which is a 1-of, or your Empen, which is a 1-of. And so you definitely want to Book of Eclipse it. That's why you play Book of Eclipse in this deck. You could also play Book of Moon, but Book of Eclipse just has a wider coverage. And it also is one of the reasons why you play it over Dark Ruler, because obviously Dark Ruler is only during your turn, whereas Book of Eclipse is a quick play spell. This also helps bait Ash, which could be a good or bad thing. And then the downside is, of course, if this Fenrir stays on the field, it gets flipped face up during the end phase, and the opponent gets to draw a card. So the opponent special summons a Shuna, so they revealed it on Sword Soul, and then they normal summon the Adhara, which triggers my map, meaning I get to preserve my trap card. And look at this gameplay that we're going to pull off here. We're going to go ahead, obviously, chain block the Eaglin in case they drew Ash for turn, and we search the Ryza off the Eaglin here, and then normal summon Rubina, chain block with the Toucan, and grab another copy of Rubina. Then we're going to tribute the face down Empen, which I could have just tributed by itself, but I opted to tribute the Eaglin with it to get it engraved. And I go for the Ryza Mega Monarch. Why did I tribute off the Empen? Well, it's face down. It will not get flipped face up if during the end phase. So it's pointless to keep it on the field. I actually want to tribute it now because I want it to get banished because we're under Shifter. And this makes it super easy for me to bring it back under the Toucan here. So you see me actually stack the opponent's deck, the Ashuna and the Maxi go to the top, with the Maxi being the next card the opponent draws. In hindsight, if I knew I was going to activate Trap again and or once again bring out the Ryza Monarch, I would have gone for a Shifter first and left the Maxi in the graveyard, because when I summon the Ryza again, I'll target the Fenrir and then the Maxi in their graveyard, and put the Fenrir first and then the Maxi so that they draw Maxi. Because if I use Ryza again, I'm going to end up stacking Fenrir and my own Shifter, which means they're going to draw Shifter and not Maxi for turn. Which is still fine, doesn't really mean anything. We still win this game. There's like literally nothing the opponent can do, I don't think, at this point, unless they like have like skill drain or something that they can set and I can't out it. But I mean, right now I'm about to grab Unexplored Winds and I've got tribute monsters, so I don't know what you're gonna do. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and tribute off that Empen. So you can see what we did. Activate trap card. We already had Robina on board. Trap card summons the Toucan. Toucan targets the tributed Empen, which was banished because we're under Shifter when we went for the Ryza the first time. Then we tribute for the Empen, search a free Unexplored Winds, and then tribute that tribute summon Empen for Ryza, which gets double summoned during the turn. Its effects are not once per turn, and therefore we are Shifter locking the opponent, stacking the Shifter on top of our deck, spinning back their Fenrir so they do not get it flip face up, and draw one, leaving an open interruption during my turn. And all they can do is battle phase, attack with Monk, and pass with 2 cards in hand. Again, Book of Eclipse does nothing for the opponent here. We draw Shifter for turn, activate in the draw phase. So once again, you are under Shifter. It's wild to me that Sword Soul was playing Shifter because it actually hurts this deck quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead now and in main phase 1, activate the Unexplored Winds, use map, doesn't matter what we banish. Normal summon the Eaglin here and grab back Toucan in the process to chain block. Not that we really have to worry about Ash at this point because we've played through a million Ash checks. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to clarify. Ash Blossom checks. Okay, do not demonetize me. Anyways, we summon Toucan. Toucan bring back the Empen, and then summon the Robina to bring back Robina, and Robina search Eaglin. And now, hey, we've got 2 copies of Eaglin and 2 copies of Robina. And then we're going to use the Unexplored Winds to out the Monk, which gets banished for the Empen, along with, I think that was an Eaglin that we sent. And yeah, then we double tribute once again for the Apex Avian, because there's nothing else on the opponent's field to tribute off. And then before we go battle phase, we are going to activate the Unexplored Winds to put back the duplicate birds. We put back the Empen and the Robina, and oh my goodness, we draw the Fossil Dyna. Has this game gone any more perfect for us? Which we did still have our normal summon because our first normal summon was off map. Now we have special summon lock, so your drawn Fenrir for turn can't be special summoned. We've got Omni Negate here, and we've got tribute your cards if you do normal summon, which you're forced to because of the Fossil Dyna. We've got tribute monsters in hand all ready to go, and we've got, you know, a dodge if we need it. Not that we will, but this is a pretty oppressive battle phase, a board before we go to battle phase, and then we put the opponent on 1400 and just pass turn. They're going to draw Fenrir for turn that they can't special summon. They're going to go main phase 1, normal summon Ecclesia because they can't special summon it. And they can't even tribute it to special summon because, again, you're under Fossil Dyna. We summon the Eaglin and chain block it with the Toucan. Not that we need to chain block, how many times do I have to say it? But the Eaglin will search out the Snowl, sorry, and then we'll summon the Toucan for the bring back of the Dreaming Town, and then tribute both for the Ryza. Ryza will target the Ecclesia and once again target my own Shifter to Shifter lock them forever, and this is why people hate Floowandereeze. Again, props to this guy for staying in the match. I'm not trying to talk trash to him. He's actually, probably would have done a decent job if he went first, but there was absolutely nothing you can do, my guy. We had the complete lock on you, and yeah, props for staying in the game and not just resigning right away. GG's and best of luck in the future. If you've made it this far in the video and you appreciated that gameplay, well, maybe you didn't appreciate it, but if you at least can respect the gameplay, please drop a like and consider subscribing because we do play a variety of decks in Master Duel. Thank you for watching though. Quantum is out.